assumptions are a waste of time. Stop assuming things about other people, especially about their life, their relationships, their whatever status. Stop making assumptions, because you are wrong. As long as they did not tell you whatever it is you are assuming about myself or somebody else, you are in the wrong. Hi friends, Noki here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be giving you a motivation for success in life and in business video, and this is part 3 of the 3-part series that I started a couple of months ago, where I was talking about quitting or dropping that bad habit. So this is the final series. So today I'm going to give you 10 more. So I'm doing number 21 to 30, but to avoid confusion, I'm just going to go from number 1 to 10. But just remember that this is part 3 of the 3-part series of the motivation for success series on drop that habit. Yes indeed. So with that being said, I'll jump straight into habit number 1, which is actually related to the last habit that I gave you. You and I have to stop saying negative things about other people, whether we are telling them boldly in their face or we are doing it behind their back, which by the way turns into slander. We have to stop saying negative things about others. Instead, let's be encouragers. Even if it's criticism, let's say it in a constructive manner. Yes, I know I've been guilty of this one, and like everybody else, like you, yes, you, I am work in progress. Let's try by all means to say encouraging words, even if it's criticism. Let's criticize constructively, and let's do it in love. No matter how valid or how constructive your criticism is, the moment it is said in a negative tone or without love, the focus turns from the message that you're trying to convey to the delivery, the way that the message is delivered. So let's try by all means to criticize constructively and with love, and let's not say it behind the person's back, because it's not going to help you or them. It is just going to cause more problems. Okay, so let's try doing the criticism or saying things that we need to say with love and straight to that person whom we are talking about or trying to correct. Okay, deal. This next one rubs me the wrong way, guys. Coming in at number 2, quit throwing a pity party. We are way too busy to be attending or entertaining your pity parties. So just don't throw a pity party. If you do, guess who's going to be the guest? You and you by yourself. You'll be the only guest at that pity party. So stop. Nobody's interested in a pity party. We are also busy. Let's focus on bettering ourselves and moving forward without dwelling on something that ends up turning like a pity party or seeking sympathy from other people. And hear me well, I said sympathy for yourself. I'm not talking about empathy. And the third habit that we need to drop is holding on to grudges or seeking revenge. Yes, I bundled them together because they go hand in hand. Let's quit holding grudges, because that grudge can easily turn into bitterness. We don't want to be bitter. And you know, if you've been following me for a while, or if you know me personally, you know how I feel about holding grudges. You know how I feel about unforgiveness. Yes, I really love that saying, what somebody says, and I heard this many years ago, and it has stuck with me. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping that the other person dies. You forgive for yourself and not for the other person. You free yourself when you forgive. Hey, don't get me started on this holding grudge thing, because grudges, if they are held long enough or for any length of time, they can easily turn into bitterness. And the other thing is, when you seek revenge, you are taking the law or God's law into your own hands, and you are saying, I'm going to fight this battle on your own. And always if you take things over from God's hand, you end up losing, because God is the one who revenges, and he does an amazing job. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I know. And I look at the situation and I'll be like, I'm so glad I left that alone and let it go, and God in his time he'll take care of the situation. Okay, my friends? Okay, let's move on to number 4. Quit being ungrateful. Ingratitude for me is like an insult to God. I love being grateful. A life of gratitude is a life of peace. It's a good life. It's a life of joy. It's a life of happiness. Yes, instead of being ungrateful and complaining about each and everything, practice gratitude every single day. From the moment that you wake up, just practice gratitude, and you're going to see how well it is going to serve you. Yes, it is beautiful to be grateful. In other words, have a thankful attitude. So cultivate an attitude of gratitude, and that, my friend, you'll never ever regret. And then at number 5, we have to quit making empty promises. Doesn't that bother you when we make all these promises and we never even fulfill those promises? It may be something very small, something simple. We have to practice fulfilling whatever we promise to do. We have to be a slave of our word, just like God is. Whatever he promises, he will do. He sure does. So when I promise something, I have to make sure that I fulfill that promise. And life happens, you know, life will be lifing. So if there will be changes in things or promises that we have made, we have to communicate. You know, communication is another thing. We have to communicate and say, hey, by the way, I did promise ABC. I'm sorry, I'm no longer able to fulfill that promise. What ends up messing up the relationships is non-communication. When we do not communicate, we end up ruining or letting down other people's expectations of that thing that we had promised that we will do. And then let's move on to number 6 real quick. If I were to redo this list, I think this one here will be my number 1. Let's quit making assumptions about other people. It is holding us back. It is a waste of time, because in most cases, whatever we are assuming about other people, it is completely false. It is wrong. And the way I kind of get around this, instead of assuming things, because I noticed that in most cases when we assume things, we say these things either in our minds or to somebody else, and we don't even confront or go to that person whom we are making assumptions about. Let's go to that person. Go to that person and say, hey, please correct me if I'm wrong, or am I making an assumption? Just ask a straight up question, and then you'll be corrected. Assumptions are a waste of time. Stop assuming things about other people, especially about their life, their relationships, their whatever status. Stop making assumptions, because you are wrong. As long as they did not tell you whatever it is you are assuming about myself or somebody else, you are in the wrong. Because what happens when we make assumptions, we will create this narrative and we create this scenario and make ourselves believe it without approaching that person to ask them. We make these assumptions and just wish they were true, because we do not know the truth. So let's stop wasting time creating these stories and assuming things about other people. And instead of assuming things about other people, if you cannot even approach that person, just forget about it and use that time to be creative in your life, to better your life, especially about relationships or jobs or whatever it is. Stop making assumptions about people. It is so annoying, and it is so wrong, and it is false, because you are being a judge. You are judging that person, and guess what? You're making assumptions about somebody else, even if they are false. I might have told you the truth about the situation, and you go on to assume because you think somebody's lying to you. It indicates or it reflects on your character, not mine, because I've told you my truth. But if you choose not to believe it, the problem lies with the person making the assumption. Okay, let's move on. I didn't mean to dwell that long on that point, but I just had to make some clarification, because there's too much about assuming things about other people. Just better your life, create a business instead of making assumptions about anybody's life. Okay, let's move on. And then at number 7, let's quit being lazy. Okay, and then at number 8, quit making envy and jealousy your portion. You have no business dabbling in envy and jealousy. They neither bring you peace nor success. Have you ever seen somebody who is so jealousy and so envious that they are busy focusing on what other people are doing. They are busy wishing that they had what somebody else have. Envy and jealousy are sisters, and you and I have no business trying to create a relationship with them, because they are just going to dry up our bones. They are just going to make us angry people, bitter people, and just, you know, unsuccessful people all around. So I refuse to be envious. I refuse to be jealous. When that streak of jealousy or envious or envy is trying to sneak up on you, just rebuke it and just redirect your focus, redirect the focus into your own life, and redirect your mindset. And this way you'll find that eventually with time you're going to realize that you have no spark of envy or jealousy in your heart. Okay, my friends, I am not saying that it is easy. It is a practice that you and I have to do. We have to practice and avoid being envious or jealous of other people, even our friends or family members. We have to have a clean and clear heart and always wish others well. Okay, let's move on to number 9. Just 2 more and then we wrap it up. We have to quit being unorganized. Yes, that's number 9. We have to stop being unorganized. I hope I remember to link a video of being organized that I uploaded a few months back. Make sure you go and check that video out. Being unorganized will cost us a lot of time, and we know that time wasted it can never be recovered. Instead of wasting time, we have to make sure that we are organized and make use of that time that we have to make money, to work in our businesses. Being unorganized can really cost you a lot. It can cost you things that you're supposed to achieve, which you cannot. I'll give an example. Like if you are running an e-commerce business, that is, you are selling online, and your inventory was so disorganized, you'll spend a lot of time looking and hunting for that thing. So when you are organized, you arrange your things right from the time when you get that inventory. You're going to have you put together an inventory system. Even your own personal life, say you are not even in business, just your closet. If your closet is cluttered, you will have a hard time looking or finding that item that you want to wear to that evening or dinner party or whatever it is. So when your clothes or when your closet is organized, it is very, very easy to go straight to that item that you want to wear at that particular time, and it will save you a lot of time and stress. And then on number 10, which is number 30 really on our series, we have to quit focusing on our problems. Oh my goodness, we have to stop focusing on our problems, because you know when we feed it, it grows. I know. When we feed whatever we focus on, we are feeding on it, and it will grow and it will be magnified. Instead, let's focus on the positive. Let us focus on those things that we desire to have or to work on. Let's focus on what grows us, whether it's our future plans, whether it's goals. Let's focus on the positive. Let us not focus on the problems or things that we think are going to happen to us in our lives, but instead let's look at the positive. I'm not saying that you should not be realistic, but let's focus on the positive, especially on situations where you cannot change a circumstance or a situation. Dwelling on it is just going to make it worse, and it will bring you health issues that you have no business inviting in your life. So with that being said, my friend, thank you so very much. I encourage you to watch all 3 videos and tell me, leave me a comment below and tell me which has been your best habit out of the 30 habits that I've shared with you. And of course, I'll leave both links to the other 2 videos or in the description box so that you can go and check them out right after this one. And if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. On this channel, I talk about ways of making and saving money in the comfort of your home. And every so often, I bring you a video like this one where I give you motivation to succeed in business and in life. With that being said, my friend, I'll cut it here. Thank you once again, and don't forget to share this video, and remember to be kind, and don't forget to do small things with great love. From my heart to yours. Adios, bye bye. God bless you. I love you. Take care.